Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Sami and I am a student of COMSATS University, Spring 2021 BCS. In this video, I will talk about the role of Pakistan in the war against terrorism. After 9/11 terrorist attacks in the United States, the US started the war against terrorism in Afghanistan. Pakistan also joined the war against terrorism in the leadership of United States. After joining this war, Pakistan has simultaneously received commendations for the efforts it has put against the war on terror, but in the same time it has received allegations of aiding terrorist groups. But the real question is that why Pakistan joined the war on terror? It was not his war, it was the war between the Afghanistan-based terrorist groups and the United States. So why Pakistan chose to enter this war? The reason for Pakistan to join the US-led war on terror was that Pakistan did not want to risk his national security, because Afghanistan has a huge border with Pakistan, and the terrorist groups in Afghanistan can directly affect the security of Pakistan. The other reason for it was that Pakistan did not want to stay away from the international community and wanted to show his presence in the international community. So these were the two major reasons for Pakistan to join war against terror in Afghanistan. Now, two groups arise inside Pakistan, the one which appreciated this decision and the one which considered it as a blunder. But eventually the decision was made to join the war on terror. Now when the war started, the US-led international forces started strikes over the terrorist groups in Afghanistan, and these terrorist groups, due to huge volume of strikes, started to escape towards Pakistan through the Afghan border. These groups started their settlements in Waziristan Agency and Bajaur Agency. Now conditions started to become worse for Pakistan, because these groups started to progress inside Pakistan and conduct terrorist activities. Now Pakistani forces started to conduct operations against these terrorist groups, but these groups were highly equipped with all kinds of weapons and explosives which they collected after the Soviet-Afghan war. But still Pakistan was extensively contributing against this war on terror, and beside this Pakistan was facing loss of lives of its civilians and army personnel. Also huge financial and economic losses was faced by Pakistan. At that time Pakistan was receiving aid from the United States, but this aid was so less as compared to what challenges Pakistan was facing. But still, despite of these losses, powers of the world were still demanding from Pakistan to do more. The next phase of this war started after the terrorist attacks on the army public school, in which 150 people were killed, including of whom 134 were students. This was a great tragedy for the whole nation. After this tragedy, the operation Zarb-e-Azb, which was started after the attacks on the Jinnah International Airport, proceeded in a more aggressive way. In this operation, first the airstrikes were performed over the terrorist settlements, and then the army attacks that area using artillery and other weapons. And the strategy which was used in this operation was seek, destroy, clear and hold, which means first to find these terrorist settlements, then to destroy it through airstrikes, and then to clear the area through land forces, and then to keep hold on that area to prevent the terrorists to establish again in that area. The strategy was quite amazing and was giving results to forces, and also the terrorist attacks were frequently decreasing. After this operation ended, terrorism inside Pakistan decreased 40 to 45% and the civilian fatalities were dropped to 74%. During this operation, over 4,000 square kilometers of land in North Waziristan was cleared from these terrorist groups, and around 3,500 terrorists were killed. This operation opened the door for peace and prosperity inside Pakistan, and also ensured global peace, as it also contributed in the decline of global terrorism. These operations provided huge positive impacts on the security, stability and progress of the country. Also, the CPEC, the mega project of $42 billion USD, was initiated after satisfactory security situations in Pakistan. With defeating terrorism in Pakistan Armed Forces has gifted the nation and the world with peace by destroying multinational terrorist organizations. So the conclusion of this video is that the contribution of Pakistan in the decline of national and in global terrorism is second to none. Pakistan has always been considered at the first place when it comes to the elimination of terrorism for national and global peace. Therefore, Pakistan Armed Forces and the people of Pakistan will always be remembered because of the sacrifices they made in the elimination of national and global terrorism.